Hello, I'm Larry Meisel, and welcome to Confidence on Camera, a channel for people interested in becoming YouTubers and trying to overcome the tongue-tied self-consciousness that comes along with looking into a camera, sitting in an empty room, imagining that you're having a casual conversation with an intimate number of positive strangers. So if this is for you, this is going to be helpful in two different ways. One is it's going to be helpful to me to practice, and second of all, it's going to be helpful to you by leaving comments for suggestions and improvements of ways in which I might improve. And by doing that, you're going to also be imagining yourself and developing the kind of style and personality that you want to present. So the way I work is I'm going to pick a topic from a random list of. I'm going to pick a random topic. Randomly pick a topic. I'm going to pick a topic from a list of 365 table topic conversation starters. So I'll use my trusty computer to pick a random number. We'll take a look at the list and find out what the topic is going to be. Are you ready? Here goes. Generate that number. Number 81. Let's see what it is. And number 81 is 48 is on the next page. 70, 86, 81. What is your happiest childhood memory and what makes it so special? I don't answer questions that ask for the most or the least. I don't answer absolute questions because there are so many that I like to rephrase the question to be, what are some of your most memorable childhood experiences, or what are some of your happiest childhood memories, and what makes them so special? So some of my favorite childhood memories. I remember one of the best is going to Yankee Stadium with my father. There was a liquor store in town that had great roasted peanuts. So on the way out of town, we would stop at the liquor store. My father would probably get a pint of whiskey to put in his pocket. And we'd get a 1-pound bag of peanuts. The thing was, we didn't eat the peanuts at the stadium. We ate most of the peanuts in the car on the way to the stadium. And I got to throw the peanut shells in the back seat. It was just an enjoyable, it was just a great thing. I had to clean out the back of the car when we got home, but eating peanuts and throwing the peanut shells in the back seat was just a wonderful thing. And another one that comes to mind also has to do with my father driving and me sitting in the car. My father owned and operated a one taxi cab business in suburban New Jersey. And when he was driving, I sat in the passenger seat, and when there wasn't a customer in the car, he would just talk about stuff. He wasn't lecturing. He wasn't kind of telling me how I should or should not behave or what I should or should not believe. And he gave me a lot of attitudes about my work ethic. One of the things he used to, when he was driving the cab, he had this little game that he played with himself, which was that he tried to see if he could get the customer to the destination before the customer realized we were there. A lot of his business came from taking businessmen to Newark, Kennedy, and LaGuardia Airport. And he'd drive through all of that New York area congestion and traffic, And we'd pull up in front of the airport, and my father would say, "We're here." And success was having the customer say, "Oh, that was quick." And the customer never knew about all the things my father did to get the taxi there. And my father used to tell me that being a professional is whatever you get paid for. You didn't have to have a white collar and a suit and a tie to be a professional. Because being a professional was doing your best and making it look easy. He would say that Willie Mays, for example, the great baseball player Willie Mays, who finished his career playing in New York City for the New York Mets. One of the worst teams in baseball history was the 1960s New York Mets. But Willie Mays finished his career playing for the Mets, and my father said from the moment the ball left the bat, it looked like it had no place to go but Willie Mays's mitt. And most of the people in the stands never understood what Willie Mays did to get it that way. He made it look easy. And he also, a thing that he said that sticks with me, is being a professional makes it look easy, and driving is being able to get the car to the destination without having to hit something or somebody before bringing it to in order to bring it to a complete stop. And he would talk about, he was a blue-collar guy with an 8th grade education, but he compared driving a cab to playing jazz. My father never played a musical instrument in his life. He compared driving a taxi to playing jazz. Because the jazz musicians listen to each other and they figure out what part they want to be playing in the whole composition. And he would drive the cab, and he would say you have to look at the traffic and you have to figure out where you're going to put where does your car fit in the traffic, like the musician would figure out where his instrument fit in the performance. Which is why he also said that driving is being able to make the car come to a complete stop without having to hit somebody or something first. He'd say anybody can make a car go, but driving is making it stop, being able to bring it to a complete stop. Let's see if I've got another favorite childhood memory. Favorite childhood memory would have to be my first kiss. That's another, it's not the one, but it's another one. Peggy Wells, 7th grade, Bertrand's Island, class field trip at the end of the year. Peggy, if you're watching, I'm sorry to embarrass you. Probably should have just said Peggy rather than and leave out the last name. But anyway, your identity is probably safe on the internet. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is the 12th day of my 30-day Talk to Camera challenge. And the challenge, I've got a reward and a punishment for being successful or not. If I'm successful, 90% successful. If I'm at least 90% successful, I'll buy a new piece of equipment for my channel. If I'm not successful, I'll donate $25 to Donald Trump's presidential campaign, which, if you know anything about me, is going to be tremendously excruciating punishment. And what else and the reason I'm practicing to develop comfortability talking to the camera is for my main channel, which is called The Examined Life. And that channel is for people interested in the civil discussion of ideas and issues, from the tremendously important to the trivial but interesting. And my goal is to get the channel monetized so that I can donate 90% of the proceeds to Doctors Without Borders, Feeding America, Amnesty International, and a World Hunger and Poverty Relief NGO called Oxfam. So if you'd like to help me accomplish that goal and donate to make things better for others, check out my main channel, The Examined Life. Put a link in the description, of course. And if you'd like to help me start doing good for others before I monetize the channel, I have a Patreon page. And you can support me on Patreon. I'll put a link in the description below. Like, comment, share, subscribe for this channel. And give me your suggestions, give me your observations, constructive criticisms for how I can improve my presentation. Thanks for watching. Stop by and watch tomorrow for episode 13. We're going to be doing Lucky 13 tomorrow. I hope to see you back. Bye-bye. Well, it's getting more comfortable, I guess. Jazz hands.